Alright, hello and welcome to today's riding GoPro lesson. Today we are on Dreamer and we are going to be going over diagonals at the posting trot. So you can see today I have the tape back on his shoulders. Today they are matching though, because hopefully you have learned your inside versus outside of the arena, and so you do not need me to color code them for you at this point. We are going to practice just posting at the walk, remembering our inside versus our outside, and then at the trot we will practice that 152 beat per minute tempo while trying to maintain the rhythm, matching our horse for balance. So remember, in the posting trot we are trying to get off the inside hind leg so that our horse can balance through turns. It is a 2-beat gait, and we can change the tempo by speeding up our posting to go faster, or giving half halts to slow down and slowing our posting. So at the walk right now, I'm going to look down at the horse's shoulders. I'm going to try and keep the reins off his neck, so you'll notice that my hands are abnormally wide, but the tape does not seem to want to stick to him. So I'm going to try and keep the reins from giving friction. As he's walking, let's do half a lap of posting at the walk. For the first half, I'm going to give cues, and for the second half, it's all up to you. Ready? Okay. Standing, sitting, 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 up, down, 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 up, down. All right, we're going to use our left rein to cut across the diagonal here. Keep your hips walking now that we're no longer posting. We're going to use this diagonal to change direction. If you remember from a few weeks ago, we reviewed what a diagonal is. So I'm heading over towards the letter H that's kind of hidden behind the mossiness of the stone. So I'm going to keep him going straight. You can see he's a little distracted looking out at the field. That's where his friends are. That's why his head's pointing that way. So now we're going to give a little left rein. I'm just going to squeeze with my hands to try and keep him wide. My hands wide, sorry. And we're going to post in this direction. So which diagonal should you match? Which shoulder? This one. The left one. Up, down, 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 standing, sitting, 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 standing, sitting. Excellent. Okay. So what I want us to do is we're going to practice it at the trot, and you're still going to be looking at the shoulders. Eventually we want to get to a point where we no longer have to look at the shoulders to post. We only have to look at the very first second or we can eventually learn to feel, which is hard to learn when you're not actually on the horse, so we're not going to cover that in videos, but we will cover keeping our eyes up in another video. So for now, we're going to be looking at the shoulders while practicing our posting trot. I'm hoping these pieces of tape will stay on, and if not, I apologize. All right, so you're going to help me ask for that posting trot. Keep your hips keep your hips rocking. There we go. Your core is engaged, your chin is up, you're holding your reins. Ready, set, we're gonna squeeze. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. Come on, Dreamer. Up, down, 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 up, 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 and sit back to walk. Pull on the reins. Good. Ooh, this piece of tape are going everywhere. So sorry. Let's change direction this time by making a half circle. So right hand to right hip, look to the right until your horse's nose points that way. Your right shoulder should be open. You're keeping your weight even in your hip bones though, your seat bones. All right, once we get to F, then we're gonna turn to the left. So that time I was posting. This time I'm going to tell you to do the posting trot, but I'm going to try it sitting. I'm not sure what's easier on the camera, so we're gonna find out today. That way, hopefully you guys aren't getting sick watching the trot. Ready, go. Up, 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 down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, up, stand, 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 stand. Can you see how distracted he is looking over there? Whoa, Dreamer. He is not going straight. He is very focused on his friends. So when we're trotting, we do not want our horse's nose pointing out to the side, but for the sake of us learning how to use the GoPro and me trying to keep my hands wide, we have a little bit of a crooked horse. So typically, I would tell you to straighten out your horse's nose, but in today's instance, we're just going to ride through it. So what we're gonna do this time is we're going to go down the center line. There is no inside, there is no outside. You're just going down the middle until we decide which way to turn. And then you're going to pick which diagonal you want. And you're just gonna practice keeping the tempo. So we're not gonna be worried about inside, outside. So I want you to look down and then try and keep your eyes up. We're just gonna briefly practice that today. All right, we ready? Leg on. Check which shoulder you want, and eyes back up. And check if you kept it, and walk. We're gonna turn right. Alrighty, were you able to keep the tempo without staring at the shoulders? Alrighty, let's give Dreamer a big old pat. We will keep working on that. Hopefully your thighs aren't screaming from all of this, or your arms if you're practicing your posting trot seated in a chair. It is fast. We are extending the amount of time that we will be trotting so that you can keep building up those muscles and getting stronger. But until then, we will see you in our next video segment. Say bye, Dreamer. Bye.